Mother, man.
Fuck yeah, bro, we gonna win the lottery! 666 forever! Yeah!
Spreading faster than a case of the clap in a trailer court. Able to shatter eardrums within a 666-mile radius. A podcast more brutal than all the rest. It's Murder Metal Mayhem! Warning! Trigger alert! Trigger alert! Trigger alert! Warning! Trigger alert! Warning! 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 Trigger alert! Warning!
Well, they've been warned, Chris.
What the fuck is up?
Oh, you know what's up. There's been brand new Murder Metal Mayhem going down because it's Tuesday. And we're both here in Horns High Studios for the Horns High Productions and doing a special bonus episode for you guys tonight. I'm here in Horns High with Chris.
What up? We doing something different.
Yeah, and Joey over there in the 419 Studios in Toledo. What's going on, dude?
Dude, it is fucking summer for sure. The other night, the cops reported 60 cars down the block. I heard them all too, fucking drag racing and burning out on my.
Are they doing fucking donuts in the intersection?
Dude,
no.
yeah, oh yeah,
Oh,
big
no.
time. Yeah, the street racers are in effect, so that means that the weather is
The
here.
weather is nice now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
419. Hell yeah. Had somebody in the live from Toledo, which was funny because if I would have had a second, I would have typed in 419, but it was going so fast I couldn't keep up with it. But yeah, it was good problem to have. But that's very good. What shirts we got on tonight, Chris?
I got a fucking Reebok shirt on.
Yeah,
bro.
that's kind of different.
Isn't it weird?
I was waiting for the shoe to drop, like something disgusting on the back.
No, just straight up Reebok shirt. But you got to look at it, though. You got to look at it the right way. The new Reebok logo, that's the Predator's targeting system. Like, look at it that way.
Go.
Am I wrong?
All right. So it's a Predator shirt, basically.
It's a Predator shirt.
There you go. And the hat.
Not a
there,
sexual predator.
What's the hat there?
Oh, I got the fucking
Midwest as
fuck.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
And the only hat more Midwest than that would be a Casey's hat, I think.
Bro, now I need to fucking ask a Casey's.
You need
I know
to get one of those.
Dude, I know a motherfucker works. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Casey's
fucking
hat.
have a Casey's hat real fast.
That's
bro.
Midwest as
I'm
fuck, right,
gonna
Joey?
have a Casey's hat real fast, dude.
What are you doing over there, Joey?
I got the pustulated long sleeve shirt
Yes,
on.
you do.
Nice.
The homie fucking he's also the guitarist for Vituperate too, Corey.
Hell yeah. Very cool. And I got my
Got that Detroit hat though.
heavy metal philosophy shirt.
hell yeah.
Dig that channel big time and wanted to support. He's doing some new merch. So yeah, definitely dig John Barbas and heavy metal philosophy for sure. That one and Thralls of Metal, man. I really dig those guys. Constantly getting some good information. But this is a bonus episode, so it's a little different than the usual format with the true crime feature in the murder segment, then the metal segment with the bands and all that, and then the mayhem segment where we do our stories and killer cage matches and all that crazy
None of that's
wild
happening.
shit. None of that's going to happen tonight. We're just doing a feature on one thing and one thing only. It's a little shorter than a usual topic. But
This one's pretty fucking.
it's pretty cool. It's a cool story.
Yeah,
So
I like this one.
yeah, it's real interesting. So no page a day, no karaoke, no bumper music. It's a stripped down episode on a very interesting subject.
Like your mom.
And we might have some new listeners that don't know what we do, and so this is different than the usual, just so you know, all right?
You know you got fucking goddamn Pornhub. They see their mom on there and like, God damn it, not again.
Oh, jeez. But this is a good topic, and I know you guys are going to get a kick out of this because I enjoyed doing it. But last week, we did a good one with Jeff Ignatowski, guys, was our guest.
Yeah.
Always love having Jeff on, and we talked about another of the big three, man, the freeway killers, Chris. some brutal motherfuckers.
Patrick Kearney was a sadistic motherfucker, dude.
Yeah. I mean, 21 known victims, but we know there were more. He admitted to 30.
He's like
young men and boys.
Dick,
yeah, he was horrible, man. One of them was 5 years old. I mean, it was fucking awful. But, you know, he was necrophilia. I mean, discarding the bodies in trash bags on the freeway. So the trash bag killer was a good one, for sure.
Yeah.
And that was fun. And then I did the metal segment on neck rot. And we had an awesome killer cage match, as always. Those are always fun. Some mayhem. I think, Joey, you had mayhem, or was it Chris? I forgot when
Chris
I was doing.
had some.
Chris, okay.
I don't even remember what I talked about. I drink.
And a lot more. We hit 900 to that one today. Another 550 on YouTube, and another 340 views of the video of that murder segment. So if you missed it, man, go check out 259. And if you already did, you guys kicked total fucking ass.
Fuck yeah. Get it.
Now, I've been doing these live broadcasts on YouTube on Sundays. They've been a big success. I did one Sunday, and then Monday, which is yesterday, according to when we're recording this, with A.R. Hayes and Unfiltered Lucky. It was really good. Every Sunday, though, 4 to 6 Central, on our YouTube channel. I'm on there, and I'm doing different true crime stuff, so check it out. I'll link to it in the description below. It doesn't cost anything to watch it, and you can get into the conversation. I answer questions, and it's a lot of fun. So subscribe to the channel, and then you'll know when we're doing it.
Might come.
Well, you're awfully over the top there.
Oh, fucking right I am.
Wow, you're a little frisky.
I've had a fucking goddamn rough day.
I should probably be worried, Joey, that I'm in this fucking room with this guy tonight.
I think Eileen's keeping him in check.
I guess. I hope. So
those gnarly teeth, yeah.
So tonight we're doing a different kind of story, but since it has to do with 666, I thought maybe it was worth checking out.
Fucking right.
And we're talking about the 1980 Pennsylvania lottery scandal, which kind of sounds boring, you know?
Now,
which does sound boring.
No, it sounds boring, but there's a reason it's called 666 fix. Because could you imagine if I walked into the goddamn motherfucking lottery room and was like, yeah, I just want 666. Right. You're like, you going to hell, son. Right.
And then you walk in there with the fucking couple like, mil.
Who's going to hell now, bitch?
Yeah. So we're going to talk about this clever plan from someone on the inside that, you know, got into this whole situation, rigged the daily number game. It was a pick 3 lottery at the end of the day kind of thing. Hoped to cash in big time, but instead, nope, he gets his ass busted. And we're going to tell you all about it. And so our sponsor, though, guys, Jeff Ignatowski, our friend.
Come on, Jeff, our homie.
He's got this new true crime book coming out July 2nd on Wild Blue Press called Beyond the Headlines, True Crimes, Myths, and Legends. And he gets into some, you know, cool stuff, infamous killers.
Think they know, like, dude,
Dennis Rader.
I know we already did H.H. Holmes. I'm not going to say the podcast, but I listened to one today about H.H. Holmes.
Sure.
And they're the same ones. Like, a lot of this is probably not true.
Right. I think more people are being honest about that.
Right.
But he's got Ted Bundy, even Elizabeth Bathory. He gets some great insight, historical significance of these murders with some good criminal analysis. So this sounds like a great one. Jeff's a great resource for serial killers, of course, with his games. So I'll put a link down below where you can get more information and read some parts of the book and get an advanced order in. So,
nice.
Big thanks to everybody who listens to Murder Metal Mayhem, however you listen, whether it's on YouTube or an app or, you know, what have you. This last week, 5,900 total listens, another 38,000 views on YouTube.
That's fucking retarded.
That is. It's crazy. So keep on spreading that word to all the freaks you know. And Chris, why don't you run down the top 10 cities listening to Murder Metal Mayhem?
Always number 1 is Chicago.
Nice.
Chi-town. Kill it. Make a block, man. Make a block.
Yeah.
Then number 2, we got Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. We got 3 is DC, the capital. The president be watching like What?
You know he is.
He's like, what?
He knows what's up.
And then number 4, we got Bethel, Pennsylvania, Toledo, Ohio at number 5.
419.
Denver, Colorado at number 6, 7. We got Melbourne, Victoria in Australia.
Amazing.
We love our Australia listeners. You guys fucking kick ass. Fuck. Fucking New York, Brooklyn in New York is number 8. We got Mansfield, Massachusetts at 9. And Texas, Austin.
Hell yeah.
Killing it.
All of you guys, thank you. Everybody that listens, thank you. But Joey, how about the country breakdown? This is always interesting to see.
Number 1, U.S. back at 80%. It was down to 79 last week.
It was.
Come on,
When
Australia.
it dips below
Australia,
80,
where's
I
your
always-
game?
Yeah, if it ever dips below 70 to 60, that would be amazing. But anyway, Australia's second with 7%, Germany 3%, Canada 2%, and then our 1%ers are the United Kingdom, Sweden, Finland, fuck yeah, torso fuck, Brazil, Norway, and then Mexico. They've been there for a while too. Like
yes,
yeah.
all of that whole list there has been there for a bit, man. Finland's got some killer metal. Me and Shane have been just getting crushed with some good shit from Finland. So definitely appreciate all you guys, man. Thank you. And the YouTube stats in the last month, 219,000 total views, 33,800 watch hours, and we gained 995 new subscribers. We're passing 7,300 today. So we are cruising. Crushing. So thank you, and thanks to the Horns High Club as well as our 666 Club. So we get the Patreon, and then we got the YouTube membership. So make sure you check out the website, murdermetalmayhem.com, and check some more information, order some merch, what have you.
I do, real quick. Hey Joey, what you smoking?
Right now, I am smoking the Sweet OG by Roots from Michigan.
Sweet OG?
Sweet OG.
Is it good?
I feel pretty stupid in the head. So,
Fuck yeah, that's what's up.
We're doing good.
Now,
did you grab something special?
I didn't. No, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't do it, and it's just like, I apologize to y'all, but I didn't grab anything.
I mean, you
special.
still have an alcohol in your hand.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
I got motherfucking Bud Ice in my hand.
You can still rep that.
Let's not get crazy.
Bud Ice, but I didn't grab anything special tonight. I was just like, we're just gonna do a couple recordings of short episodes. A normal episode, I'll bring something nice, but tonight, the Bud Ice going white trash as fuck. Whatever.
Hey, at least they're talls though.
Fucking right.
All right, guys. Well, let's get these lottery tickets ready. See if we can win a little money tonight, because I bought 666 tickets with 666 for the pick 3. So we'll see how I do. So let's take a trip back to 1980, okay? And I was thinking about this. Joey, I don't even think you were born yet.
I was born, but I was only like probably 7 or 8 months old.
Yeah.
I was 2.
And Chris was probably still in diapers himself, okay? And I had just started, and you had just started smoking and taking drinks.
I was fucking smoking
a
all
beer
the
in a sippy cup.
I fucking had a fifth of whiskey in my crib, bro.
And I was, to feel old, I was 13 and had hair on my nutsack.
So, ain't you
so you guys, we were talking about the scandal, though, in Pennsylvania lottery that had some people baffled, man, and just throwing a fit and very shaken in the confidence in the lottery system, which I can understand why. But Chris, are you a lottery player?
Some people not.
Really
I
like
will
it.
randomly grab a scratchy, or sometimes I'll fucking grab a. I haven't grabbed like a lottery ticket where they put the numbers on the TV and all that shit. I haven't done that in years.
Yeah.
Randomly, I'll just grab like a $2 scratchy and be like, oh fuck. Dude, Cashman fucking rolled around forever though for a minute. Like before he moved, like he bought with this one scratchy and he's like, all right, I'm gonna keep this part. I'm gonna buy this part, and he keep going, dude. You remember that?
That was during COVID.
That was totally during COVID.
Yeah.
He fucking.
I went on a good streak for a while.
Fuck yeah, he did,
cool.
dude.
I've never been. I play once in a great while. I used to play, but really it's been a while for me too. So
I've
never been a thing.
Randomly in the regular lottery, I'll grab it. But then it's like, oh, it's at $1 billion. Like, oh, now your chances are even worse because everyone is trying to fucking do this.
But could you imagine? I mean, holy shit.
But
that would be insane. But
there's random times, but Cashman had a good streak. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Now, Joey, did you ever hear about this before? I mean, I stumbled on it, but had you ever heard about this?
I honestly don't know if I mean, maybe I had heard, because I've seen a couple of cool things about, like, fixed lotteries or fucking people, like, winning obscurely numerous amount of times or whatever.
Right.
But I whenever I re-delved into this one to do the research, though, it was like watching all new shit and watching the live footage was classic from 1980.
Oh
when
yeah,
it all went down.
Definitely. It's
not a long story, but it's a good one. Like I don't think a lot of people will have heard of this one, and if they have, it might kind of like me, like, oh, I think I did hear about that one time, but actually getting to hear all the shit we'll talk about is a little bit fun.
So the way I found out about it was very interesting. So Shane and I had been talking about doing this new metal podcast instead of the 666 videos, and so we're trying to come up with a name. And as I was batting around names, I came up with 666 Fix, and so that's how I stumbled on it in a Google search.
Hold on, wait, hold on. You just randomly in your head like 666 Fix, and that's where this came from.
Yes.
Holy shit, that's badass, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
No, that's how I found it. And then I saw 666 Fix, and I was like, that's kind of a cool name. What is that? Like, that's cool. I like that better,
All right.
So then I clicked on the Wikipedia page, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here,
fucking great.
This is a wild fucking story, And I almost was that was one of the options was 666 Fix, and then the throw in the horns thing came up, and we liked that better. But yeah, so that's how I stumbled on it, and was very curious, and the fact that the 666 thing was just too much. So
it fit perfectly.
Yeah. So Chris, we've done a few other stories about robberies and a lot of money.
And the shit. Not death.
The feather thief.
I'm thinking feather thief. Dude.
That was a good one.
I think it's great. Like you said, the feather thief, dude. It's like, well, this wasn't murder, which is what our main thing is. But it's like, this is a fucking very interesting story that not many people fucking know about.
Exactly.
So it's like, when you're like, wait, hold on, it's a crime. And we do a true crime podcast. It's like, this is a crime. Let's see what's going on.
That's true.
Let's see what's happening with this. And you hear that story, like, that is a really fucked up story. So this one right here, it's like, these guys rigged the lottery.
Right. And when you think about it, how do you know for sure that nobody died? Like, could somebody have had a heart attack that thought they were,
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
A stroke? I mean, they thought they won, and there was some kind. I mean, it could be some drama.
I just like it that it's a fucking different story for us.
Feather thief was the ultimate.
It doesn't always have to be fucking violence and gore and murder. We just come up with some fun. This is
especially a bonus episode.
One of my favorite things about what we do, like,
just something
you
different.
get a fucking funny ass story that, like, just because the numbers 666 match us.
Right.
It's like, let's
talk about it.
I love it. Yeah.
So the mastermind of this scandal is Nick Perry, which was not his real name. He had a Greek name that was hard to pronounce. So he went with Nick Perry, and he's the announcer of the lottery game. So he's the voice you hear as they're picking the numbers. Pittsburgh native, born in 1916. So he would have been 64 at the time this happened. Probably figured, in my estimation, that this was going to make his retirement a little brighter. Big payday as he goes out, right?
Yeah.
And, as always, when we talk about criminals, they underestimate the law enforcement people out there, the security companies that watch this shit.
This is the perfect system. We got it.
Right. They think they're smarter than everybody. But in this case, the fact that the betting was, off the way it usually comes in, tipped the lottery. So they were dumb in the way they executed. And we're going to talk about it.
If we only got this many chances, we can only bet on these many chances.
Right. But Joey, he was a reporter, I guess, originally, sports announcer, and then moved to that WTAE to be the announcer for the lottery.
Yeah, he had ended up out on the East Coast at first before coming back to Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh was the spot. Yeah, they were like, I guess he had the voice they were looking for and everything else, and he did pretty well, and he ended up being the announcer for the Pennsylvania lottery, which at that time was handled by the news stations.
Right.
Not a lottery. There was a lottery commission, but they didn't handle that every night. It was just for the news stations. They had a door with a couple keys, and a couple trustees were, entitled to have those. So anyway, but also during his dealings, he's friends with these other guys who own a vending machine company. Right. So getting into the business of contraptions, he talks to Peter and Jack Maragos and says, "Hey, I got a little idea that maybe could make us a little bit of money."
That's right. That's right.
I'm not gonna lie. A vending machine company is a sketchy business anyway.
That's what I was gonna say. That's some organized crime shit going on. And these guys are Greeks, so I don't know if they got along with the Italians or not. But hopefully, for their sake, they had. Now, once they commit to this plan, Nick Perry brings in the art director at WTAE, a guy by the name of Joseph Bach. Who was also a Pittsburgh native, and he was a lettering expert, conspired with Joseph to make a replica set of the ping pong balls that were used in the lottery. So what they came up with is if they injected the balls with paint through like a syringe, just enough so that the balls would weigh more than the others.
Just a little weight.
And they could fix or narrow down the options of the pick three. And those were known as the fixers in the plan, apparently. So the way the lottery worked back then, if you remember, I know not everybody's as old as fucking dirt like I am. They used to do this where the ping pong ball popped up.
Did you say Firkin Dirk?
No, I said fucking dirt.
I thought you said Firkin.
If I did not mean to. So, the lottery ball would pop up, and then they'd show you, on the camera.
They'd flip it,
what the number was. It was old school, right? And, the viewers watched.
I honestly trust the old school ping pong balls more than that. Because
than a computerized.
Now it's like just a computer guessing.
Exactly.
No, before it was just like, all right.
How do I know that's not like
now
somebody's
they're all just
nephew?
jumping around and fucking the ball pops through. Okay.
Yeah, at least that, exactly. You're witnessing it.
I would 100% trust that more than
That's
now.
true. But some listeners, may not know that. So I wanted to explain it, how lotteries worked at that time. So, Chris, using this plan, they had 8 possible combinations of numbers that could come up because the 4s and the 6s were not weighed down, right?
Right. So you got 2 numbers that you're not weighing down. Everything else is sitting at the bottom. You got 46. So these motherfuckers decide they're going to go out and take all 8 options of the combination and buy all these fucking tickets, and they're like, "Oh, we got this, no problem, dude.
Right.
We got it.
Right. Hit it big, man.
It makes no fucking sense. Like, you're giving yourself away, right?
Right.
You're just like,
yeah.
You got, Joey, look. If you was going to go rob some lottery shit, would you, like, pick the only thing available and be like, oh, I'm not going to get caught ever?
Right.
I don't know. Cool. I don't know how you would do it if you bought small amounts of them, but you'd
every
be like,
one of your tickets is always 4s and 6s, 4s and 6s, every number on there is like,
I don't know.
You had something to do with it.
It would look suspicious, and of course it did.
I'm still not. I mean, I know that there was excessive buying, and that was a tip off too, but I'm still not fully convinced that if one of the other numbers had been a 4 anywhere in that combination, 4,
that
6,
they would
6,
even
or
thought
6,
about it.
That anybody, you're right, that nobody would ever even have fucking made a big enough discussion about it.
Probably right.
But having them all pop up 6s plus the excessive buy, it's like, get the fuck out of here.
Right, exactly. But it is.
I would almost feel like I would almost fucking been pissed off if I was one of them dudes watching it when it happened and that third 6. Like, you got to be fucking shitting me.
Right.
You got like 4 6 4 or 4 4 6 or 6 6 4. And you're like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah,
Fuck you, dude.
That would have been wild. But Joey, I mean, on the surface, it seems like a good plan, but then you start bringing in all these people, right? I mean, we talked about that. Look what happened to Stax in fucking Goodfellas, right?
Right.
Talks to somebody, you know.
The more rappies you have, obviously, is a higher chance that somebody's going to say something, you're going to get in trouble. It is pretty ingenious, and the fact is, I mean, it's not like people hadn't tried to rip off lotteries before in the past, but this was definitely a very, very inside operation, about as inside as you could get.
Right.
So it probably felt to them like, they knew all the ins and outs, and they were going to have everyone fooled. And, I mean, in essence, what they were trying to do, it did achieve it with the contraptions weighing down the balls, but it was just... It was just too obvious in too many aspects.
Right. So now they need an inside person to get the lottery balls and do this switch, right? So that's where Edward Plevel comes in. He's the lottery executive that gets them access to switch the balls for just a few minutes. So this is like some Ocean's 11 shit going on.
Right. No, it's fucking goddamn Mission Impossible.
Exactly. This is some crazy shit. And also included in the plan was the WTAE stagehand, Fred Luman, who actually did the switch. So it's like way too many people involved here. So you got quite a few hands in this and a lot of loose ends, as Joey pointed out.
It was like, I think it was like, I can't remember if it was Perry and Pivel, but two people had the keys to where the lottery shit was accessed.
Right.
Pivel went in that day, left the door unlocked for 15 minutes, and that's whatever fucking the Lumen fucking went in there to do the switch. It's like switch. It is like you were saying with Goodfellas, like Lumen was like the Stax head, he was like the Patsy to go do the fucking
right
shit.
Exactly. So Fred switches the balls back after the drawing to the original.
Just like, I got this time. Switch these balls, and then he burns the fucking fake balls.
Right.
Like, tell me that ain't some shady ass shit. This dude's just like, oh, these ping pong balls over there. Oh, those are contaminated with anthrax. I just had to
burn them. Yeah. So he burns the evidence.
He gets rid of the.
Not a bad idea, depending on where he's doing the burning.
At least
it's
not a corpse.
That's right. Because we've done plenty of that.
Word.
So Nick Perry is the announcer on April 24th, 1980, when the infamous drawing was done on live TV. The three numbers picked were 666, as we've been saying. And I'm sure that freaked out some religious people, Joey, right? I mean, the people were probably losing their mind.
Right. Now, I also feel like that was a reason... that's another reason why if you're trying to rig the lottery and then all of a sudden the number 666 pops up, you got to be like, God damn it, because you got to be fucking drawing unwanted heat, because religious groups are automatically like, we told you that it was the devil, it's a sin, it's in your face, it's black and white, 666. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's kind of wild, but you get the satanic panic and its infancy there, so that's brewing. But the payout was $3.5 million. So in today's money, that's $14 million. Sizable fucking winnings here. 8 people involved in the scam got $1.8 million, which, if you can believe this, when I did the transfer, it becomes $6.66 million today.
Get the fuck
How
out
is that even fucking possible?
Is that fucking real?
Yes. So that's not too bad. I mean, $825,000 a piece. So old
That's
Nick thought his
retarded.
retirement was going to be really nice, and all this golfing and traveling and just spending that lottery money. So Joey, the lottery officials noticed some weird trends going on with the 4s and the 6s, dude.
Yeah, I mean, they had people coming in fucking just buying these tickets with these numbers, and the combinations were all fucking flip-flop, but they were in the same regions, with obviously the 6s and 4s being the fucking prominent fucking areas. And it wasn't hard for them to fucking figure out what was going on, but like I said, if it hadn't been for them sixes popping up, wouldn't anybody have noticed as much as they did? This was
dude.
This was a case of circumstance, and they might have almost got away with something. I don't know.
I know. And it's, they just, and then there was a whole group of them, I guess, that showed up to get the winning. So that was, that also was
imagine, oh, yeah, we balling, boy. Like,
could
you imagine me, Pete, you, Michael, fucking
all
Danny,
whooping it up, lit up,
Pete,
fucking
Derek.
And this isn't like
we got our money, son.
This isn't like, a bunch of people at the fucking office or at work threw in on a ticket together and won, so all these dudes are whooping them up. All these motherfuckers got their own tickets that were winning.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
we all won.
Right.
Like, holy shit.
With like shoe boxes.
Lottery commissions.
Shoe
like,
boxes
what the
full
fuck?
of tickets, like baseball cards or some shit, Pretty crazy. So the Maragos brothers, that's the brothers that were in the vending machine business with Nick. They were, going around buying these lottery tickets. They went to a bar in Philadelphia who actually the bartender remembered them, laying down a lot of cash, buying tickets with only 4s and 6s. He tells the police he saw the brothers there with a platinum blonde woman that day buying a ton of tickets, and he said he rarely ever bought tickets there before because he knew him because he had a vending machine there. So that stood out to him, after this 666 thing was going on. So Chris, the bar owner, remembered the Maragos brothers talking on the phone in a different language.
Yeah, they're like
that was
ordering
kind of
these
interesting.
tickets and shit. And he's holding the phone like, all right, you talk to this guy whatever language you want.
Well, he was holding the phone out so they could hear the printing of the tickets. That's what the bar owner was like, why are you doing that?
Okay, all right.
But he was talking, I'm assuming, in Greek because they were Greek. So the guy noticed he's talking in a different language. He's holding the phone up.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
Like what's going on here? Like, what are you doing?
If they never come here and buy anything, and now all of a sudden you're buying all this.
Right, with all this weird phone shit. And it was just very suspicious, right? It stood out.
And this is 1980. This is before people just had cell phones. So this is just them on a fucking either a car phone the size of Zach Morris's or a fucking payphone,
yeah,
holding it up to the fucking.
I think it was a payphone.
Tickets are printing. You hear?
Right, exactly. And so you wonder if they were talking to Nick, right? Because if they're all Greek, so who knows? But when the call was traced from the bar that the brothers made, it led them to the announcer's booth at WTAE, the same one that Nick Perry worked in when he announced the numbers every night. How fucking stupid could you be?
Fucking retarded.
God damn, dude.
Sorry.
So they were calling him. They were calling him. But that's some seriously stupid shit, right? I mean, Paulie and Goodfellas guys, remember, never talked on the phone.
Right.
Had Tootie using the payphone.
You whisper.
Henry holding the fucking umbrella, all that shit. So Joey, when the Maragos brothers were arrested, man, what happens with them? Do they get hemmed up, and then what happens, man?
They fucking just cave and just give all of it. They tell the fucking authorities, investigators, everything that happened, gave up everybody, including another dude who was from West Virginia, which is not too far from Pittsburgh, but there were sales for the lottery tickets outside of the state lines, and he was handling that. I got to imagine when he got, I didn't see anything closer, but I got to imagine he fucking must have got federal charges for that, I would think.
Probably. That's true. Because, he was out of state and doing it across state lines. So, he probably did get into a federal situation there. So, and we know always the first one that talks gets the best deal. So,
always.
that could have
Always,
been that
dude.
deal too, right? So he was the eighth guy. So the Maragos brothers also placed bets with bookies on the numbers for illegal betting on it and told friends about it.
Great thing to do.
Pete Rose.
Yeah. Which numbers? That Otani, the dude from the Dodgers, right?
Right.
The whole plan was damned to start with when you involve so many people, and the grand jury indicted all these guys in the scandal. 7 of them, I guess the 8th guy, maybe like you said, Joey, went through the federal system for his situation. The Maragos,
8 man out.
That's right, 8 man out. The Maragos brothers escaped jail time by testifying, of course, against
Take
Nick.
that deal.
Yep, and so no big surprise there. But Chris, most of them pled guilty for some lighter sentences, which is pretty common.
Yeah, these guys never thought they were going to get fucking busted for this because they're stupid.
Right.
So they're like, oh, now we're going to go to prison. So they're taking these plea deals and shit. Like, why would you not? Like, I could do 15 years or I could do 3. Like, what would you do if you did some dumb shit?
Well, yeah,
like
of
that?
course. I mean, it makes sense. I get it for
But
sure.
like most of the money that got bet out that like didn't get paid out or it got recovered or whatever.
Right.
And it's whatever. But Perry gets busted. He's got that criminal conspiracy shit, perjury,
Right.
fucking theft by deception. I mean, isn't theft deception anyway?
I would think so.
Like-
But yeah, it's a legal thing, I guess, right?
I don't know. And like also the rigging, but he did 7 years, and after he got out, like the public, this dude's like on the TV showing you your lottery winnings
Right.
every day. So after he did his 7 years, the public's just straight up like, fuck you, dude. You were supposed to be like, we were behind you back all the time, and you fucked us, dude.
Right.
But then after that, he did 3 years in a fucking halfway house because you know what? When you're fucking, you do that, your fucking whole career goes downhill.
Right, you got
Next thing-
nothing.
next thing you know, you're fucking sitting on the corner smoking crack, being like, I used to be a movie star.
Well, he was just the announcer. He wasn't on camera.
Whatever.
But yeah,
You know what
but
I mean.
yeah, I know
yeah,
what you mean.
yeah.
So he had a few jobs after he got out, but he tried to return to broadcasting. He failed. He dies in April of 2003, nearly 23 years to the day of the scandal, just a couple of days off. The state halted the game for a couple of months and moved the drawings to the capital, Harrisburg, to gain some trust with the public. Strangely, another scandal was busted shortly after this involving the printing of the tickets, which is kind of its whole other thing. I didn't want to get too crazy with it, but it's interesting. So, man, these fucking lottery people in Pennsylvania had to just be like, what the hell is going on here? But Joey, there was a movie about it. I saw Lucky Numbers with John Travolta and Lisa Kudrow. Have you guys ever seen that?
Nope.
I'm pretty sure I saw it, but maybe whenever it came out, and I probably didn't pay too much attention. I kind of want to watch it
24
now.
years ago.
Yeah, I
bro.
want to check it out.
Yeah,
2000.
knowing the story now,
Yeah.
that it's based off. I'm sure it's not just like the story, but
I'd love to
I would
see
probably enjoy it more if it's fucking loosely,
Yeah.
Right,
based
right.
off it.
Yeah, I'm not a Travolta fan with the whole
story out,
Scientology bullshit, but
Right,
that's
yeah,
a whole
yeah.
different thing. But there was a documentary called Game Show, or on the Game Show Network, called Anything to Win. I did not see that. And there are others. There was a few. But I watched a good doc on YouTube I thought was good, summarized the case, showed the actual drawing, like Joey said, with the retro 1980 type hairstyles and all that. But it was good. So if you're interested in this, there's some stuff out there.
It's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
The old lady, I can't remember what she was from, like a church, or she was from somewhere. The lady who the numbers popped up, she was the one that fucking faced them to the fucking camera.
Oh, right.
And they pick somebody every night, to come do that or whatever.
Right,
and the
right.
lottery guy's
Right.
sitting there watching. But she said she's an old lady, and she's up there, and I'm pretty sure she's from a church or something. But she's up there in 6, and then the third number pops up in her face. like
6.
yeah, like oh, it's the devil.
Imagine if she would have thrown up the horns or something. How cool
Oh
that would
yeah,
have been.
that would have been
That would
rich.
have been the shit, man. So, anything to add, guys? 666 Fix, man.
I got nothing
kind
on
of fun.
this, man.
Kind of a fun
The
one.
only thing I would add is, Chris, I gotta say, if a dude was like 24 and he banged like the 16-year-old
That's
and
gross.
took her virginity, would that be theft by deception?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to clarify what theft by deception is, and that's the only thing I could think of that was close.
All right. Well, we have the Murder Metal Mayhem intro, of course, Chris.
Great metal motherfucker. Get it by Christ.
Well, that's the metal segment. We didn't do a metal segment. I put it in the notes by mistake.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
So the intro, Crawl Space by
Hey, man, sometimes you follow what's happening.
Oh, I know. I get it. But thanks to everybody out there that listens. You guys watching on YouTube, thank you.
Hey, Joey, what's the bumper music tonight?
The bumper music is Chris telling you about fucking Crysis.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, you'll get the normal layout in the normal episode, but this is a bonus. You can like us on the Facebook group, Twitter, the YouTube channel. We got the metal channel, throwing the horns if you want to go on there. And our 666 Club, thanks to all of you that belong. And if you want to get into that, I'll link that down below. And we hope you guys dug this one. So see you next time, man. Horns up.
Mother, man.